Summer Matlack, Vanessa Barlow, Taylor King, Amanda Neck,
Dominique Webster,
Autumn Hobson,
Ava Pell,
Olivia Damper, Megan Callahan, Janice Loney,
India Sanders,
Amani Rasco, Sophie Shadlovsky, Tori Martin,
Mary Fogarty,
Brandy Crenshaw, Ashley Leonard, Kate Esper,
Rika Jackson,
Kaylin Fee, and welcome to this week's episode of the Rebel One Sports Show.
Good. Thank you, ladies, for the intro. Welcome to the Rebel One Sports Show. John Moore, Rob and Papa. This weather's not being very forgiving right now.
No.
It's really not.
No. I thought last week I was like, yeah, it'll be better this week. Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at the wrong weather app or something, but I keep going unprepared to these games.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's ridiculous, man. It makes me like not want to talk to people. You know what I mean? And I'm already.
Hey, the players love it. I'll get to it when I go over one of the games later. But when it started pouring,
that was too much.
They loved it.
Oh,
both sides were like screaming and fired them up.
Good for them.
I took a break in the car. Not gonna lie.
For me.
All right, Rob, you got started with the South Lakes. Yorktown
South Lakes,
girls?
Yorktown.
Yep.
So, hadn't seen Yorktown. Talked about last week. I was waiting to see South Lakes. It's always a good time to go out to South Lakes. Their field is
always a good time to go to South Lakes.
Well, for you, you're the
yeah, absolutely.
But you know that field is kind of set like it's awkward because you can park up top and then walk down and get into the stadium.
Yeah, it's kind of like Fairfax.
It's a little like that. Yeah.
I'll tell you what. It's 10 degrees colder at South Lakes.
You always say that.
That's I promise.
It's the South Lake.
It's the lake.
The lake effect.
Yeah, if you keep driving down there,
is that one of the great
little boat houses down there? Everyone's got a canoe.
Yeah.
It's insane. I need to move there.
Well, you're not going to have a canoe.
I'm not.
All right, what are we
Let's be
talking
honest.
Yeah, I get out to this game. All right, there's a problem with the sound system. I don't know if it was cleared up when you went there or not, but there was a problem with the sound system. So they started playing the national anthem, and then they just cut out for a while, and then all of a sudden it came back in like middle of the song.
They did have a problem with the scoreboard.
Yeah, there's some
technical difficulties.
So the game gets going. It's nice enough that night. I was like, all right, this is going to be good before the rain hit. South Lakes kind of jumped out a little bit, and then Yorktown kind of came storming back. It was 6-5 Yorktown after the first half.
Yeah.
Taylor Newman Farr, who we've talked about, is a basketball player, wanted to see her play lacrosse. On the draw, she is impossible to deal with.
Yeah.
It's impossible to deal with because she uses like her basketball skill to kind of put the ball up high so she can go up and get it. It's actually pretty funny to watch. You know, when you watch it, thinking about her basketball game and then watching her play lacrosse.
Sure.
But she's athletic. She's really good on the draw, and she likes to use it as almost like a tip-off. You know what I'm saying? So she got up and down. She was really good for them that night. Alexandra Heichman. Really good. I think she had 5 goals in the game, 5 goals and an assist. She was great in the game. Yorktown kind of took control in the second half. And there's a couple players I'm going to talk about first, but Kate Burke, she had a couple goals in the game. She was really good. Katie Calvo was excellent. I mean, she was excellent.
Yeah.
She had 2 or 3 goals in the game. Emma Hutchinson, couple goals. There's a girl, Laura Crawford, that plays for them. I think she's got 200 goals in her career already.
That's a lot of goals.
She was great. She was everywhere. She even moved in and kind of faced Taylor Newman Farr in the draw a little bit.
Yeah.
I think she had 5 goals in the game. I mean, she was everywhere. She was terrific. Terrific.
It's been a while.
It has been a while. I've been good about it. No, she was great. The game goes on 16-12. Yorktown wins. Laura Crawford was unbelievable in that game. I got a great picture of her. We got a great picture of her in the rain. Like it just starts pouring rain, right?
I saw that.
Yeah, and it's awesome. She's just standing there kind of in the center, like right in the circle.
We should nickname her the Tomb Raider.
I said the same thing.
I like it.
I didn't want to nerd out, but since you did it,
Already did it. Tomb Raider.
Speaking of, like, I may have trashed you a little bit to the West Potomac Academy students and told them that you may have a larger collection of lightsabers than anyone else.
Oh, I absolutely do.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm about to get a new one, too.
Did not mean to take away from the
These
16,
strange
12 win.
purchases I make. Somehow I convinced my wife to buy me a lightsaber for Christmas.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Not just a lightsaber, it's like the industrial strength one.
That's pretty good.
That's awesome. But 16-12 Yorktown wins. Laura Crawford's unbelievable. So, yeah.
Well, I went out to Broad Run on that rainy night.
Hey, you went to the Battle of the Burn?
I'm going to tell you something. So this was the first lacrosse game I went to this year. A couple things going on these lacrosse games that I don't like.
Uh-oh.
Here's one of them. Fans sitting on the same side of the stadium.
It's awkward.
Don't like it.
Yeah.
They don't do that at Broad Run Stonebridge.
I bet they don't do it at
Laura
Stonecroft
Croft.
either.
You got me all messed up with Laura Croft. Yeah, Stonebridge, I apologize.
Yeah.
So this game was great. Atmosphere before the rain came, fantastic. Biggest crowd I've been to on either side, a home or away team,
right.
This spring. Early in the spring, but still. Game started off competitive. Couple people I want to talk about. First of all, for Broad Run, they got Ethan Ashley. This kid's a player.
Yeah.
He scored a couple goals. Yeah, Ryan Braithwaite had a goal. Kyle Brickert, very, very good over at Broad Run. But the Cole brothers, who got a lot of attention, as well they should.
Right.
You know the story on these kids?
One's going to Navy, one's going to Army.
Yeah.
Right.
So the senior, Nick Cole, is going to Navy on a ride, and then Army has the sophomore who's already committed there. That's a huge commitment in 10th grade.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. And
It is awesome.
it's going to make those Army gaming.
Shout out to their dad, Terry. Saw him in the crowd.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. He doesn't know me, but I know him.
Well, you know everybody.
It's my crowd research team was on the case. Yeah, they were. But this game it started off a little back and forth. Stonebridge is really good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we've been hearing.
They are really good. Jordan Lee, this kid's a super athlete for Stonebridge.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if he plays any other sports, but he looks like he plays all of them. And he's noticeable. He's got to be 6'2", 6'3", at least.
My height.
But yeah, something like that.
Right.
He towers over you. But he flies up and down. He makes so many things happen. Yeah. And you can tell he's really popular with their parents section. I mean, I heard nothing but, let's go Jordan, the whole game, from the other kids' parents. I was like, wait, don't you have kids out here too?
Hey, man, when you're good at something, that's what happens.
But between those Cole brothers, Jordan Lee, I mean, they're really, really, really talented.
Yeah. That team, they're tough.
Yeah, they're going to be there. They ended up winning the game 17-11. It started pouring at one point sideways. I told you, I literally had to take cover.
Yeah.
And both teams were just fired up from it. Like, they loved it. It was like, you know.
They're the only ones. I couldn't stand it.
It was cold, raining. Me and a couple of the other guys taking pictures out there were.
It's possible I may have snuck into a shed at South Lake.
Yeah. I did eat 3 bags of Skittles, I'm not going to lie.
Only 3?
3 bags of Skittles.
Only 3?
Yeah.
In the rain.
Stonebridge. Not Stonecroft.
Not Stonecroft.
17-11. When we talked to Reed Scarborough last week, he was talking about some of the players for Stonebridge. Yeah. They're looking forward to that game, so that'll be a fun one to watch.
Sorry, I can't think of anything else right now but your rainbow of fruit flavor 3 bags of Skittles.
The Skittles at the games
Did you stick to one color bag? Or did
Absolutely not. I got the green bag. I don't even know what flavors they are. No, they're not sours. They're
the orchards.
Yes. Oh, you know
why?
They're
because they have the lime and orange.
That's right. They do.
So
they do.
Far off
we digress.
Yeah. So, but they are good.
They are really good. You went to Mount Vernon, West Springfield.
Went to Mount Vernon, West Springfield. Mount Vernon. It's a little bit of a
hike.
No. It was at West Springfield.
Oh, okay.
It was at West Springfield. West Springfield looks like a disaster area right now.
Under construction.
The construction is going on. It may look bad on the outside right now, but they're building additions on there. That place is going to be really nice when it's done.
Is that right?
It's going to be really nice.
Huh.
The field looks impeccable.
Really?
Field looks impeccable.
They got a new field.
They got a new field.
Okay.
They got it right before football season. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Huh.
So
didn't help the football team this year.
Hey man, don't take shots at Dridge that way. Don't take shots at him that way.
Shout out to Coach Dridge.
Yeah. Speaking of Daniel Adu, Daniel Adu's name is all over like the track records.
It should be all over everywhere.
Everything, right? But it's all over there. Him and Darian Robertson, remember, speedy guy from.
Oh yeah.
Man had Daro on his hat. Remember, he walked around like he. That's when you know you're fast.
That's right.
You know you're
fast.
Right. But yeah, field looks beautiful. Stadium looks great. Got some new like Spartan stuff up there. Got a new scoreboard. It's great.
Yeah. Did you get us some swag?
No, man, I didn't see Coach Eldridge out there. I was looking for him.
He didn't
want to go in the cold.
Some swag.
No, he didn't want to get out in the cold.
No.
It was cold that night.
I'm gonna start collecting stuff. I'm not leaving Oakton High School today without something. I need a hat. I need an Oakton hat. Yeah. I have a shirt that the perfect colors for it. I should have worn it today. There you go.
What do you know? Screwed that up too.
Yeah.
So nobody from either hype squad out at that game that night. They was cold. No, like people looked at me when I was coming in and they were like, "I hope you brought a blanket." I was like, so the game starts and there's a parent from West Springfield that's down on the field taking pictures. You know, it's cold. I'm already socially awkward enough anyway.
Yep.
But when it's cold, I'm even worse. So I started talking to him, and like I think at first he thought I was angry. I wasn't angry. I was just cold.
Yeah.
So we talked for a while. He's a good guy out there taking pictures for the team. Game gets started. This guy Clark Akers from West Springfield. Goes nuts. He has 5 goals in the first quarter. Like he might have scored 10. Did you just give him the ball?
I'd like to say that sounds like my high school cross court.
It absolutely doesn't.
Not going to try to pull that one off.
No. But he did pretty much whatever he wanted to. He has a brother named Preston on the team too. He's a sophomore. He's going to be one to watch. He's really good. This guy Blake Kirkman had a couple of goals. Like West Springfield just basically, they took control from the start. They gave up 1 goal in that game. There was not a whole lot that Mount Vernon could do. It was tough going for them. West Springfield, they're all right, man. They're going to be pretty good. They lost to Patriot and they lost to SoCo, both in close games.
Right.
Watch out for West Springfield. Clark Akers, I'm trying to tell you, this dude could have done whatever he wanted to on the field that night. Whatever he wanted to. But they've got a couple of big matchups coming up. They got to play TC and then they got to play Woodson. You know that West Springfield Woodson game. I don't care what sport it is. It's good.
It's always good.
It's good.
Good. Well, I was at my home away from home, South Lakes.
South Lakes.
Got pretty chilly.
That's the same night.
It is the same night.
Yeah.
It's cold. I had to go to my car twice and layer up some more. Just completely unprepared. Should have known better.
You're gonna bring like what do they use when they deep sea dive and stuff, like blubber they put on? You're gonna just put that.
I have blubber. Don't need any.
Excellent.
Need whale blubber. So they big game against Madison. A couple things. Fake news.
Yeah.
There's a conversation going on throughout the game between a family member and one of the Madison players, who I won't call out. Pretty entertaining stuff.
Really?
Yes. He may have been wearing number 18. I'm not sure.
Why do you want to take shots at them all the time?
It's not a shot. It's just funny.
All right.
I'm not saying what the conversation was. He knows what he was talking about. Had something to do with the referee.
There you go.
It's good.
Yeah.
I like it.
Enough said.
Good game.
Yeah.
South Lake scored literally 4 seconds into the game. Won the face-off. Matt Hughes down the field, shot score.
Was the shot from far?
It was from far.
Yeah.
This kid, Matt Hughes, is
he likes to sling it.
Grown man.
Yeah.
Big guy out there. They got a lot of fast guys on that team. Now, you know, my boy Spencer Austin on the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Junior juggernaut.
That's right.
There you go.
Who knew he played lacrosse?
I did. I think he's going.
And it's good.
I think he's playing at Ohio State.
It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
They are fast. They got a lot. This JC Cypher kid.
Yeah.
Fast.
Really?
But Matt Hughes definitely looked like the best player on the field. Pretty sure he had 5 or 6 of their goals.
Let me just say this. His celebration on the last one?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh, the machine gun?
Excellent.
They threw a flag. Okay. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't know 40% of the rules of lacrosse. I don't know when they're throwing flags, what they're throwing them for. They threw a lot of them. This is getting a little, you would have hated it.
No, of course I would have.
PA announcer. It must be the nicest man in the world doing the PA announcements at the South Lakes High School lacrosse games. Either that or he went to Madison High School because he gave more compliments to more Madison teams. I mean, he was giving shout outs to the basketball team, football team. I was like, wait a minute, this is no way to build a rivalry.
That's what happens when you're the mayor of the town over there. Everybody gets nice.
I guess.
Yeah.
He wasn't being nice to me, he's being nice to Madison. And if he knows me, he should have taken the opposite approach.
That's right.
Fake news. Anyway, game got close at the end, but it was never really in contention. It was 8-6 final, but South Lakes was in control of the game. A couple late goals by Madison, literally, and they scored 2 goals in the last minute to make it look closer than it was, but it wasn't. South Lakes is going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hey, the South Lake.
Yeah, the South Lake. It's cold in the South Lake.
Well, we're out here at Oakton today.
Yep.
Getting ready for this All-Star basketball game. We had a chance to come out here and talk to the head varsity lacrosse coach, Jake Bullock.
Awesome.
Take a look.
Good.
All right, Jake. So take us through. I know you've been at Oakton since 2012. Is that right?
Since 2012, yep.
Okay. And you're an assistant at Falls Church and McLean before that?
Yeah, so I was an assistant for 2 years at Falls Church. My second year there, we ended up winning the district championship, and I thought it was a good time to say, hey, maybe I could take over my own program, and applied to several places, and McLean wanted me to be their head coach, and was the head coach there for 4 years. And after 4 years, they were looking for a change, I was looking for a change, and came over to Oakton where I'd been teaching and working, and all for the better now. So it's a great place to teach and coach.
Excellent.
What's your history with the sport? Did you play as a kid, or? So,
of course, lacrosse is still kind of new in a lot of people's minds. So when I was young, I played baseball, and still love playing baseball.
Yeah.
And I can't play it very well anymore, but when I was young, I loved to play it, and I guess I just ended up hurting myself, or I can't throw the ball very well anymore, and so I picked up a new sport, lacrosse, that I didn't know too much about when I was a freshman in high school, and from there, me and a big group of buddies, we really embraced the sport because of some older friends that we had and who'd been playing, and we ended up just really embracing the sport and really liking it and playing off-season leagues. And from there we did very well, and a couple of us went on to play in college, and one of our friends, he ended up playing very high level D1, was the captain at Navy. Wow. Had other friends go on to places like Lynchburg, Salisbury, and I went on to play at Randolph-Macon for just a year, and ended up not liking the school very much, came home to George Mason, and after that, fell away from the sport a little bit, focused a little bit more on school. And afterwards, several years after college, saw an opening at Falls Church. I said, hey, I wouldn't mind going back and coaching again, and just kind of went from there.
Very cool.
Awesome. Well, you guys, you're off to a great start this year. We talked a little bit before we got started at the Stonebridge game, but take us through this season a little bit and your expectations coming in.
Well, we're very young and very talented, I feel. We have, some of the best young talent in the area, I feel. We have an excellent sophomore class. Our JV team's doing very well, and we've got some, very good senior leaders this year. And I guess you could say our expectations are, to go to the state championship, and not just get there, but try to win it. I know that's a very difficult task, but that's kind of the bar that we set here. And so from there, we said, okay, we're going to schedule some very tough opponents. And of course, there's some opponents that we don't have any, I guess you could say, leeway in scheduling. They mandate who we're going to play. Sometimes now we can request some teams. A lot of times we don't get that. Sometimes we do. But luckily, we got some very great opponents on our schedule. Teams like Stonebridge, Dominion, who are both state finalists or state champions in their divisions the past couple of years. And of course, we play Concord teams every year, which is extremely difficult. But I think the biggest thing that we did this year is we switched our scrimmage schedule around, where we played Boys Latin and Georgetown Prep in a three-way scrimmage up at Boys Latin School. Wow. And that really kind of showed our kids,
Georgetown Prep will get you ready for anything.
Yeah, exactly. and Boys Latin, too. I think they were both ranked top 25 in the nation with their teams. Now, they didn't play all their studs against us, but, they played some very good kids against us. And again, we're young, too. We're playing sophomores against them. And, we did pretty well against them. I'd say we fared, we held our own against those scrimmages, and we don't look at those games as wins and losses. We look at them as development for our players, and again, we saw a lot of positives out of that, and a lot of things to where we needed to correct. And those kinds of teams are going to show us what we need to correct on the field, and that's exactly why we wanted to play them.
Okay,
Coach, I always think that one of the coolest things about high school sports is you see really a kid can be a freshman and then come back his sophomore year, and it seems like he's a different player.
right.
Who are some of the players on your team that have really taken a big step from last year to this year?
One big person is Trevor Lalonde. He's a senior on our team. Trevor's a very kind of quiet and mild-mannered kid who's been playing lacrosse his whole life, but he's always kind of been, I guess you could say, a very unselfish player where he lets, other players take the credit, where he's kind of more of the hockey assist or just the assist guy and lets somebody else get the goal. And this year he's really stepped up and, been a producer on the field. I think he's got, 11 or 12 goals in just 7 games so far for us. And as a midfielder, those are very good numbers. Another person is Kevin McDade. He's our sophomore. He was injured basically all last year. And he's kind of the point guard for our team. He's one of the current area leaders in points right now, where he's come out and he just has the best vision on the field. He's got some of the best vision in the area, I feel. He just makes passes that, kids aren't ready for. He should honestly have probably about 4 more assists a game, but kids aren't ready for it, and their sticks aren't ready, and it'll pop off their stick and go out of bounds or something. But he came out this season like he got shot out of a cannon, ready to produce, because I guess he had been built up all this aggression for missing last year, and just wanted to prove himself. So he's done very well. And another person that's done very well for us this year is sophomore Ethan Robertson, our long stick midi. He throws great checks, and he's a ground ball hawk. He just always gets the ball in the stick somehow, and helps produce transition for us that leads to goals later on. But he's a very good defender for us, and those are some guys that really stepped up this year for us.
Cool.
Most important question that John and I have: is it as annoying to you playing in the cold as it is for us watching in the cold? Like, it just doesn't seem like spring weather yet.
It doesn't.
Yeah, I tell you what, I think everyone got a little ahead of themselves from the great weather we had in January. We were like, oh, this is awesome. I think I even told the kids one day, I was like, look, there's no way we're getting any snow. And of course, first week of games, we get that delay, and that ended up causing us, 5 games in 8 days, and actually 4 games in 5 days the second week. But yeah, it's not fun. It's actually the worst weather. You would think football at the end of the season, coaching, and that is bad. I think the spring, it's basically a winter season the first month.
Right. Yeah.
And so luckily we have nice turf fields that we get to play on where we don't get held up too much. But yeah, it's not fun at all. I'll say that.
Good.
Coach, I don't want to get you in trouble with the next game, but is there too many whistles going on in these lacrosse games? It feels like there's no flow to some of these games sometimes.
Yeah, it is tough to get a flow. A lot of times, coaches want to let the kids play, but, the coaches are obviously looking out for their kids' safety as well. They've really put an emphasis on, hits to the head and defenseless players. Right. You see the same thing in the NFL these days, where it's like something you watched back in the 80s and 90s, was a great hit. Now it's an automatic flag. And so that's what they're doing to the game these days, is really looking out for the player safety, because, it's been emphasized in the past that I guess you could say it's kind of like football, where, they want hits in the game, but our helmets aren't built for football. They're not wearing the amount of pads that we are in football. It's actually, they wear very minimal pads now these days.
I was wearing all the pads.
Exactly. And so, again, they want the game to be a little bit more like basketball, a little bit more finesse type deal. The helmets are there just for, errant balls, of course the stick, might hit them in the head occasionally. But, yeah, they're really trying to take the hit out of the game, I guess you could say, and, not necessarily take it out of the game, but make sure it's legal in a lot of respects. And that's very difficult to do. And so you're going to see the quick flag more often than not, especially this year. Because, again, that's one of the emphasis that the referees put on kids, is that, they're going to make sure that if somebody looks defenseless or it's even looks bad, they're probably going to throw that flag.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Coach, thank you very much for joining us today.
Yeah, awesome.
Can't wait to see you guys the rest of the year.
Yep.
Yeah, we've got a big one April 18th, right after spring break, against Robinson. Should be a good game. And
slightly a big game.
Yeah, slightly a big game. Yeah, they're the ones everybody are after. So.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah, they're very good.
Pretty good. Well, good luck to you.
I appreciate it.
And we'll be following you the rest of the season.
Absolutely.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Take care.
All right, thanks again to Coach. Man, this is a cool school. I didn't really pay much attention to Oakton.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. I like their color scheme. You know what? I think I like schools who have color schemes that have yellow in it.
What is he talking about?
Burgundy, yellow. Langley with their green and yellow.
The green and yellow.
Everything just feels a little more alive.
Wow. I don't even know what to say to that.
It's deep thought.
John is deep on color today.
Deep thought. Look at my paper. It's matching.
Whatever. You know what?
I wasn't even playing.
Before I forget,
yes.
I want to go over a couple of things
Please
that happened
do.
in the area.
Okay.
We talked a lot about Woodgrove and the two lions right around the corner from there last week. Well, Woodgrove's.
Have you seen him?
No, I haven't seen him.
I need someone from Woodgrove to explain to me.
Well, let me tell
what
you
that huge compound is heading out to your school with the lions in front of it.
You might want to ask somebody from the Woodgrove softball team. I got to get out there and see them.
Yeah.
They won the other day over Hanley 28-0.
That is
a lot to a little.
Not fair.
No. Lexi Acton she was 3 for 3 with 4 runs, a double. Not bad at all.
100%.
They have a player, Cameron Dolby, who's a pitcher. She's great. She's got 45 strikeouts in 4 games. Yeah, she's killing it. She's 4-0.
She's probably not paying for college.
No, I'm guessing not. No, she's had 1 run against her in 4 games.
It's pretty good.
She's great. Not to mention the fact that she's 8 for 12 at the plate, so she can bat too. That's not even fair.
That's not fair.
Battlefield, Battlefield girls soccer is great. We got to talk to somebody.
So we got to go out and see a game.
Yeah, they're great, but also their guys team is great too. They're undefeated right now. Ryan Powell leads the team, and he's second in Nova with 6 goals this year already. Battlefield soccer, guys and girls.
Yeah.
They're great.
We're going out there.
We got to.
That's a short ride for me too.
Amanda Neck, Patriot.
Yeah. We love Amanda Neck.
She leads the area with 13 goals in soccer this year.
Is that right? Yeah, she's a soccer stud.
Yeah, she's going to George Mason to play soccer.
Oh, really?
She's great on the court. She's great. Apparently, she's great on the soccer field also.
Yeah.
But, it's actually nice as Amanda Neck is playing in the game here today.
Huh. Fun.
So the NVWBCA, they have their annual, I think it's the 13th annual All-Star game for the girls basketball. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Taylor King's playing.
That's right. Jerseys are awesome.
Jerseys are awesome. Yeah, it's a great organization. It's a great game. It's at Oakton. What are you going to say?
It's Oakton.
Free Indy Sanders, she's going to be in there.
That's right.
Yeah, well, coming up this week, we got Freedom, Loudon Valley, and Freedom and Kettle Run. Freedom's got a tough week.
Yeah.
South County's playing Woodson, and then Robinson and Woodson are playing.
Oh, we got to get there.
Guys and girls.
Oh, really?
Rematch of the finals.
Awesome. See, that athletic director. What?
Our guy, Dan Chikowski.
Come on, what's happening
It's going to be a tough one for him.
Is he going to be one of those parents wearing like the half jersey? He can't do that. He's an employee at the school.
No, what are you talking about?
I don't know. This is his daughter.
He can't do that.
No?
He absolutely can't
would.
do that. Of course you would.
I would. Probably get fired too. But hey,
well, that's probably true.
go out in a blaze of glory.
One thing I did want to tell you.
Yeah.
Coming up in the next couple of weeks, got your guy Dave Kroll coming on.
Yes. Have you talked to him? Is he coming?
He's coming on. I think he's coming on next week, as a matter of fact.
Outstanding.
Taylor Newman-Farr from South Lakes as well. She's coming on.
Good.
Nicole Floyd.
Yeah?
Nicole Floyd's coming on. I talked to her the other day. Yeah.
We got to get Reggie on too.
We do have to get Reggie on.
Reggie's playing Rover this year. I just saw him announce that.
Of course he is, because Reggie's been a grown man since he was 12.
I know. I think he's going to be,
yeah, he's going to be
he's playing.
And he's going to be a big contributor on
He did.
team.
I saw him on some special teams this year. He looks
Absolutely.
good out there. But
of course he does.
He's going to make an impact.
When you can't tell the difference between him and Cam Chancellor, of course
I know. Don't forget about the show, Reggie.
No, shout out Reggie Floyd.
Reggie Floyd, get back in
but
here.
Nicole's coming on. We're going to be able to get Nicole to talk trash about Reggie.
I can't wait. Without him being here,
they're great.
A hot mess when we interviewed her. They're a good time.
They're great. Shout out to the Floyds.
Shout out. Well, this is a fun show, Oakton High School.
Awesome.
Where can you see us? On Comcast Local, Channel 2, Prince William County, Channel 28 in Reston, my hometown.
Is he going to get it?
Herndon,
Easy money, John. Easy money.